Hi guys, it's Michelle with Garden City Homestead. I have been inspired to make some garden themed ornaments this year. Now, when I say garden themed, I mean ornaments that either look like garden themes or are made entirely or mostly out of items that come directly from the garden. The first ornament that I would like to show you is a Christmas tree topiary. All I'm doing here is taking a bit of twine and gluing it down the sides of a 2-inch terracotta pot. And make sure that your twine is long enough to reach the bottom of the pot and tall enough to round over your whole ornament when you're done with it and come back down to the bottom of the pot on the other side. And you do want to make sure that you leave yourself some clearance at the top so you have room to hang it in your Christmas tree once you have everything completed. And this part is so easy. You're just going to put 2 lines of glue in your pot and then push the twine into those 2 lines of glue. So once I get this finished, I'm going to hold it out so you can see how long I made mine. Mine is pretty long, but I wasn't 100% sure how long the ornament was going to be. And you can always tie a little knot at the top to shorten it. So that's kind of where my mind is right now. The sheet moss, I picked a section of sheet moss that was a little bulky so that when I put it into the pot, it would fill it up really well. And I filled up the pot with glue. Isn't it such a cute little terracotta pot? I absolutely love it. So then once you put the sheet moss in, you're just going to push it in and make sure that it's secured in that glue. And then shape it into the shape of a Christmas tree with your fingers and glue it in place. You also may need to trim it up, and you're going to see me do that here in a few minutes. It is so easy to trim up, and just eyeball it and make sure you're trimming out things that you don't need so that it's not as bulky like I'm doing right here. And then once I get done with everything, I'm actually going to trim off any little pieces that look like they are hairy or don't belong on a tree because I wanted it to be a little more formal looking. And that, of course, is totally up to your taste. Now, guys, you are not going to believe this, but these little terracotta pots, I found them in the Walmart Garden Center clearance section for 30 cents each. And let me tell you, when I found them, I bought all of the ones that they had in the garden center. And my garden center had, I want to say like 30 or 40 of them. And I went ahead and bought them all so that I can use them when I'm starting seeds because they're so cute and for other projects like this around the house. These berries are actually from a bush outside of my house, so they're real berries. I did not choose to use fake anything if I had something real I could use in its place. Now that means that these guys may not last until next year, which is totally okay because the berries can be popped off and replaced next year if that's what I choose to do with them. This part was so easy. I just put a little tiny bit of glue on each berry and then stuck it onto the Christmas tree. And I used a little foam brush to prop up the tree as I was rotating it around because I was having a hard time keeping it stable. Now I'm going to show you guys a little trick that I do with glitter. I decided that I wanted to put some glitter on some of these berries, and I'm not going to use them on this Christmas tree, but I am going to use them later. So right now what I'm doing is putting glue on everything I'm going to need to dry so that I can work with it all once it's dry. So I put the glue in the plate, and then I pour some, this is glossy Mod Podge, onto the glue and mix it up. Now, you're going to be the most successful when you are pulling the glitter into the glue. And if you watch carefully, I do for a second here push the glue out to the glitter so you can see how that works. It just really spreads the glitter all over the plate and it doesn't incorporate it. So what you have to do is pull the glitter into the glue as you're mixing it up. And I'm just using a toothpick as a mixer here. I love using toothpicks in crafting because they're super cheap and throw away. You don't have to clean them. All I'm going to do once I have this glue finished is roll the berries in the glue. How easy is that? Now you will see that I have 2 of these berries that I put on the head of a pin and then put them in the styrofoam to hold them up. I did that because I was thinking I might put one of these on the very top of the tree. I decided later I didn't like that, so I never did use those 2 berries on the pins. But all of these berries that you're going to see with the glitter on them, well, not all of them maybe, but a lot of them I did end up using later on. And they turned out so cute. And the Mod Podge glue dries clear, so you're not going to see that later on. This is a Christmas tree star that I am making out of toothpicks. So what I'm doing here basically is cutting the toothpicks in half and then cutting the tips off. Now you can adjust this to however big or small you want your star to be. I really liked the raw stick look of the toothpicks, and I decided to glue them together with matte Mod Podge on a little plastic disc. It happens to be the top of the pins that you see over there, so that after it dries, I can easily peel it up with a knife and it will all stay together. I didn't want to put it on the paper plate that I was using because some of the paper would come up with it and it would risk tearing the little pieces of wood apart. It was so easy though. All you do is take the little pieces of wood, put them in the right order that you want them to be, and then drip a little bit of glue on each joint. And then I set these aside to dry. Now here's another glue item that I needed to get done to dry. And guys, I think this might be one of my favorite things I did on this video. Here I am mixing up green glitter. This is just cheapo green glitter that I've had in my stash forever. And I am putting it on these topiary, or this topiary ornament. Now I mixed it up very thick, so there's a lot of glitter. The ratio of glitter to glue is very high. So there's a lot of glitter in this mixture. And what that did was make it very chunky when I put it on the topiary ornament. And when it dries, it has a lot of like bumpy texture to it. So it really looks like a bush that is grown out a little bit, which I absolutely love. So I mix up glue like this a little bit at a time because I don't want to waste anything. And you can't put this glitter back in your stash when you're done with it once it's full of glue. So make sure you don't mix up a ton of this. Just do a little bit at a time. It's very forgiving and you'll kind of get used to eyeballing how much you need. So now I'm just doing the second one. And you'll notice that I cut a styrofoam ball in half, and that's what I'm using to hold up all of the things I need to stick in or somewhere to dry so that they don't touch while they're drying. Now this guy, the topiary, was leaning a little bit and I felt like he was a little unstable. So I did prop a knife on him just to make sure he did not fall down while he was drying. I just didn't want to take him out again and risk messing the glue up. The star is dry. So you'll see here that I actually made a second little star, but I felt like that one looked a little too much like a starfish, so I didn't decide to use that. But look how cute this is when you put it on top of the Christmas tree. It is absolutely perfect. So all you have to do here is put a little bit of glue on the bottom of each of the points that are going to touch the Christmas tree, and then put it on the tree. So simple and so cute. And if you're very observant here, you'll see the little wire star I made too, but you can't really see that on top of the green tree. Look at it, it's adorable. Now you'll see that my string is really tall, so it is too long, but I ended up leaving it that way so that I can fill in gaps on the tree, on my Christmas tree, and that worked out great. So here's the second ornament. So instead of trying to get all of the paper label off of this 2-inch terracotta pot, I decided to just leave it on and cover it up. Now, all I'm going to do is wrap the twine around the terracotta pot. Super, super easy. And it is so adorable. So I secure the end here. And then you're going to see me put little, now I do secure the very top row very well. And then I just put a little dot of glue as I go around the whole entire way. I have seen people put a line of glue down the pot and then wrap really fast. I did try that off camera, and I just found that the glue was drying too fast to make that happen for me. I think that though, if you used Gorilla Glue or something like that, that you could do the top layer or the top row like I'm doing here with a glue gun, and then use Gorilla Glue to wrap it really fast all the way down the pot, and then periodically use the glue gun just to kind of keep it stable. Now you'll see here that I sped this up because I didn't think you would want to watch me slowly put this all the way around the pot. But trust me, it was super easy and fun, and all I had to do was get this around the pot real quick. If you are watching this video and you like what you see, I would love it if you would like the video and maybe subscribe to the channel to see more of what we have in the future. If you'd like to see more crafting videos, let me know that in the comment section below. I would love to make some more of them. When I get to the bottom, I am going to wrap it all the way around the bottom of the pot because I want it to look really nice, almost basket-like, for hanging from the tree. And it is so easy to do this. Now, I did in the beginning put a whole bunch of glue down thinking, oh, I can wrap this really fast and get it in there. Yeah, that didn't work. I definitely would use a glue gun on the bottom and maybe mix it with Gorilla Glue next time. I wouldn't just put Gorilla Glue on the bottom because you really need this to be secure right away. Look how cute. I am in love with this. It is so adorable, and I can't wait to fill it up with goodies from the garden. Here I'm playing around in a different pot, just trying to get the look and feel that I want. I have some boxwood branches, and boxwood branches are to the left, and to the right, I don't know what kind of foliage this is, but it is beautiful, and it came out of my garden. My daughter actually found it, and we are going to use that quite a bit in our house this year. It is just absolutely gorgeous. So I have so much fun playing with this and arranging the branches. I actually, once I got it all set, put some of those glitter berries on here, and it really just completed the whole look. All I'm doing here is putting glue in the bottom of the pot that we wrapped, and then I'm taking the little arrangement that we made and putting it into the pot that we wrapped. And then I'm straightening it out and making it look cute and making sure the ends are secure down into the glue. And of course we need those glitter berries. And these are amazing. They're so super shiny and completely covered in glitter. I love the little trick of rolling things in the glitter. It makes cleanup so much easier. I used to hate using glitter in adult crafting projects because I would end up with glitter all over the place. And now I don't have to worry about that with this trick. This is such a cute little ornament. I think it would be fantastic just sitting on a shelf even. Here I am just playing around with the holly and I get a really good idea. First of all, holly is pointy and sticky, and I went ahead and cut all of the points off of the pieces I was going to use because I really do not want to get stuck by the holly. So now I'm just trimming it up and shaping it up and making sure every single one of those little pointy things is off. There were way more of them on here than I thought there were. And this is real holly from out in my garden. And I'm also going to use a couple of those glitter berries that I made earlier. Now the very tiniest little stickers were easier to get off with a pair of scissors than with the pruners. And once I played with the leaves, I realized I wanted two of them to stick together. So I hot glued them together so that I got the look that I wanted. I think this is the easiest ornament I made of all of them and one of the cutest. It is really very representative of mistletoe when you're done with it. I think you could almost hang it above a door as fake mistletoe. I love things like this that are accidentally super cute, and that's really kind of the direction this went in. I ended up just laying this on some of the branches on my tree, and I think I'm going to make more of these because they were so easy and so super cute. So now we're back to the topiary, and while this was drying, I took a little tiny bit of brown chalk paint and painted the stem of the topiary because I wanted it to be a little more natural looking instead of the toothpick color. So I painted it a brown color. And now all you have to do is place it in the pot that we made earlier. So there's styrofoam in the bottom and then a little bit of sheet moss tucked in there. And I made a hole with the toothpick, and then I put a little bit of glue on top of that hole and push the toothpick in. Now you want to be careful that you don't go too far because I did here, and you really can't recover from that. Once you have the hole, you need to get it into the hole to be secure. So I was a little bummed that my little topiary balls were lower than I wanted them to be, but in the end, it didn't matter because it looked absolutely adorable, and it is definitely one of my favorite ornaments. To finish this off, I am going to wrap the jute twine around the top of the ornament once. And I really did this because I forgot to put the jute twine inside the terracotta pot before I put the styrofoam in. So I'm wrapping the ends around to give it a little bit more strength because I didn't want it to fall. Although it looks really strong on the tree now, and I don't think there's going to be any problems with that. I just wanted to be careful that I wasn't just using little bits of glue, and this way there's a lot more glue and surface area for it to be secured to. So this is really it, guys. We made 4 ornaments together today. This topiary, the mistletoe, the Christmas tree ornament, and the basket of foliage. And I am having so much fun making ornaments that inspire me from nature. And I love bringing in things from the garden to make ornaments out of because it's totally free and they're personal because they are things that came off of my property. But you know, you're making memories with your family. So if you take your kids out and you guys go to a park and pick up some things, then they're going to remember that you are, reusing and recycling, and they're going to incorporate that into their lives. So here I'm just pulling all the ornaments out together so you can take a look at them. They are adorable and I'm so proud of them, and I hope that you guys are inspired to make something similar this year for Christmas. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. And I hope that you find something in your garden to inspire you and put on your Christmas tree this year. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Bye, guys.